But for the season though, bro, for the season, with let's just say the transfer window ends right now, and we have the team that we have. I know that we're lacking in certain positions and so on. What would you expect out of Thomas Tuchel to do with this team? Like
win the league.
Win the league, yeah. Okay.
Win the Pokal. Champions League. It's tough because we got the likes of City and such, which I don't think we're good enough at the moment to beat them. I would say I still think we're one of the favorites to win it, but I don't think we will, simply because City exists, and I feel like we're gonna cross paths and play against them if we don't bottle it before that. That is, but yeah, I don't know. I just hope we get as far as possible at least, and maybe have moments of magic and potentially win the whole thing.
Yeah, no, I know where you're coming from. For me, I would say a double, and I've said that before I even know we had Kim Min-jae, Harry Kane, so on. I was saying a double. I don't know. I for some reason I'm a bit scared of Leipzig this season. Obviously they're a tricky team anyway. But with some of their signings that they brought in, I don't think Dortmund will do as good personally. I don't. But some of the signings that Leipzig have brought in are a bit tricky, if I'm honest. So maybe they do well. I do still think Bayern will win the league, and I obviously want to win the league, of course. But I'm not sure on that, to be honest with you. What would be your top three for the league?
Bayern, Leipzig, fuck Dortmund, man.
Yes, I'm with that.
Million.
Yeah.
They've been really good too.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to do as good this season, if I'm being honest, because they're obviously in the Champions League, if I'm right by saying. So I think that's going to hit on them. Obviously, they're going to be getting that Champions League money, but obviously it's more games and more fixtures and so on. And I don't know if their squad's as big, to be honest with you. One team I'm looking at though is Bayer Leverkusen. Obviously, they've got at the moment they've got Xabi Alonso. I wouldn't mind him being a coach, but I think it's too soon again, personally. So yeah, the league, I definitely think we should win that. Pokal, we definitely should win. But again, it's going to be one of those where we're probably going to get one of the big teams very soon, because that seems to be always the case with Bayern, like we do with Borussia Mönchengladbach, and they obviously smashed us 5-0 that time.
Yeah.
So yeah, for me, I would say the double. Champions League wise, it's a weird situation because obviously we haven't got that DM. Tuchel was given the striker that he wanted, but we haven't got that DM that he wants. So maybe that will be an excuse if we don't do well in the Champions League. I don't know. I don't want to say it because and I'm going to sound like an idiot saying it. And I know Bayern are so dominant in the group stages, but if we get a group of death, I can generally see us going to the Europa League, which I don't want to see.
I don't think. No, I don't.
You don't think?
No, I don't think we'll get there. I'd be, bro, if I ever see Bayern, like genuinely, just the idea of Bayern being in the Europa League is scary. Like a team like that in the Europa League, can you imagine? Imagine if we don't win it as well. How embarrassing that would be.
Yeah, maybe that's my confidence or lack of confidence in Tuchel.
I don't blame you though. That's the thing, is I don't blame you for thinking like that. Or what's going on recently, but I don't think it's gonna get that bad. But yeah, man, it all depends on the players and on Thomas Tuchel. So
yeah, of course, and hopefully we don't get injuries in that.
Yeah, that could be a big part too. If we imagine if Harry Kane gets injured, and we're just screwed. Right. Exactly,
bro. Exactly. On Harry Kane though, you obviously just spoke about the striker. What do you think is going to happen with Choupo-Moting?
I think he should stay as a backup. Is that what he wants? I don't know, but
yeah,
he gave it his all, man, and that's what I loved about him, is that he gave it his all, and no one trusted him, no one believed in him, and he delivered. Let's be honest, he delivered. He was great. And for that, I'll always be grateful for him. I love him. I love Choupo-Moting. I hope he does stay for as long as he can, just as a backup. And we can't, like, let's say if something happens to Harry Kane, right? We can't just give full responsibility to Matthijs Tel. It's going to be hard for someone like him to do everything by himself. So I would love to keep Choupo-Moting, but at the same time, I wouldn't blame him if he wants to leave. I'm sure he wants more minutes. So